as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the New York Giants. It's 3-0 versus 2-1. A good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The first-round pick from April's draft. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. 2nd and 5. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5. A run once more with Hampton. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. First down, Los Angeles. Now it's Herbert. They'll roll him out right. An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down. You talk about this Giant defense. They were terrific last week in a victory over Kansas City.
And all the defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers, or takeaways they call it. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Back to throw here, Herbert. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Brian Burns in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start with a run by Tracy. And he'll get what he can up the middle. 3 yards. And he'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Throwing from the gun here, Darnold. They'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play with one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's good for a Giants first down.
Here's Dart. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. The Giants at 3-0 here in the month of September. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Well, this offense will definitely utilize him as a weapon out of the backfield because he was close to 100 yards receiving a week ago. So they will try to get him the football in space as they did right there.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Normally he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Back deep for L.A. is Darius Davis. This is taken at about the 14. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. A gain of 3, second down. You talk about this Giant defense.
Well, they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, LA.
David Njoku, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers are on the board first here this afternoon. For the extra point, Cameron Dicker.
And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The last series for them a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
To throw now, Dart.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Throwing again is Dart.
And that is incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
On 1st down, hits Hampton. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Dexter Lawrence that time in on the stop. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd down and 9.
Play action. It's Herbert sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down at the 2. So close.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Here's Herbert. They'll set up the screen to Hampton.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Calling a gain of 12, but of course not a 1st down due to the previous penalty. Now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the 1st.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. That third down conversion good for 23.
And that's well executed there on third down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Herbert going to give to Hampton. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Dexter Lawrence finding his way through defensively for the stop. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now Herbert with it looking to pass. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that tuck rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm is going forward. Incomplete pass. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Dart. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Giants. Wan'Dale Robinson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Following the touchdown here to kick it away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Charger drive about to get going. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it?
He's got it in. Complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there for L.A. 48 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now it's Hampton. And he is going to lose yardage here. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Herbert. And he'll throw this one away. But I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Here's Herbert. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and that will keep this a 3-point game.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one for 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, likely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
That's caught left side by Neighbors. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Tracy going to get it on 1st down. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 9. Now Dart. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Graham Gano for the Giants field goal.
And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 42 yards rushing for him now to this point. Here's 2nd and 3. Herbert off of play action. Flush to his right. Right side, he has Johnston. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Harris running straight ahead. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
with his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Herbert now. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. So the completion good for 7 there. And now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on 3rd down. Herbert. That is caught. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll work inside here. Hampton. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
We really didn't have any doubt that he was going to be one of the top-rated rookies coming into the league, especially as a runner. And he's given us no reason to change our minds. That's a big-time run, and the production that he showed us in college is translating very well into the National Football League.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Setting up the screen, Harris. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Going to run the toss here to Harris. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
A lot of people call the toss a probing play to see what they can get against the defense, to see how they adjust and react. Their probing's working pretty well. That was a very nice run.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. Buying time to his left. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. And his kick here is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
A big play there on the catch and run. 65 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation. Now it's Tracy. A nifty move on the run, but ultimately stops short of the goal line down at the 2. Only a yard that time, second and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on first down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Right back to Tracy. And this time he is in. A great effort there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half.
We've been together a few years, and you know that I really ride the wave of old momentum, don't I?
Yes, you do.
There is a heck of a difference between being down 6 and possibly being up 1. And right now, they've got that opportunity.
No doubt. That is a big-time score and a big-time swing in momentum.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, you're almost in field goal position.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's first and 10.
Go. Cap. Hey, ram.
From the 50, here's Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete.
12 seconds left.
Absolutely nowhere to go with the football. He's just going to put this one in the Hudson River. Maybe he's a little fortunate he didn't get called for grounding because that one was well over everyone's head.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Herbert. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
The final shot before the break for Herbert. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
They're on 28-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys are lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
No, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
For plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go try.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Here's Jamie Gillendown as he's on to punt for New York. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
On the handoff, it's Hampton. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Herbert flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Now a deep one for Johnston. And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Cameron Dicker on for the field goal. A 54-yard attempt.
And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and that'll keep this a 1-point game. So another long try for 3 and another kick that comes up lacking.
Yeah, this isn't going to do any wonders for his field goal percentage, but you have to figure as a head coach that when you send a guy out there to try and kick from that distance, it's a 50-50 proposition at best.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Throwing, dart.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Giants, first down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Throwing his dart. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. A third quarter now, a one-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw his dart.
Rolling to his right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guy couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 4.
Let's go now. 19.
They'll drop to throw.
That one taken in by Neighbors.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 17-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Straight ahead, here's Tracy.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
The Chargers 18-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
They're going to look to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
It's Khalil Mack that time, shooting in there to get him to the ground.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights, and that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
They'll check this one down to Hampton.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield. Everyone tried to account for someone, but unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
He finds his target, Allen. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 38-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 38. On the give, this is Harris. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 12 more yards there and another first down.
First down, Los Angeles.
Now it's Herbert. Open man, here is Conklin. And down inside the 15 he goes. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
First down.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he takes a pop at the end of that one. It'll be a gain of about 4.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain.
Up the middle, it's Hampton.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown.
Omarion Hampton taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Chargers have retaken a third-quarter lead. Extra point up and good.
That gives them a 3-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
But you've met fan bases that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Now, the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 2. To throw now, Dart.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a first down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
Here's Dart.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield.
And that's going to be incomplete.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
On the give, it's Tracy. Now inside the 25.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Giants use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the fourth. Gano the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown. Their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On the out route, he finds Johnston. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
First down, Chargers.
On first down, Hampton. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Here's Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
The offense on third down, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. Here it's 3rd and 3. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. Open man right side. That's McConkey. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
A gain of 4 yards. First down, Chargers.
Herbert throwing again. They'll set up the screen to Hampton. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
That's a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Well, this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Here's Herbert. He gets this to Hampton. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 27-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Out of the gun, they'll run with Hampton. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 99 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Again, it's Hampton. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
2 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down. Herbert. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Lad McConkey. A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Chargers answer back. With a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
This is first and 10. Now Dart.
He'll buy some time right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Wide open receiver complete.
Still on his feet.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. 66 yards.
And the Giants have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that will make this a 4-point game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
They'll come up first and 10 here.
Here we go. Black, 95.
They'll start it out with a run by Hampton.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire.
They'll come up now. This is second and long.
Come on, set. Ready?
Lance now to throw.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. One thing that makes him so tough in these 2-minute drills, you got to take into consideration he's mobile.
And that's a big plus for him, but he also has to be careful with that mobility. Sometimes getting rid of the ball and stopping the clock is more important than running around and maybe taking a sack.
And that is incomplete.
They've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Desperation time here. Lance.
That's to his running back, complete. And he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the first. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need. And that's exactly what they got done.
A solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here.
33. Yep. Ready.
Here's Hampton.
And remember, field goal does them no good in this situation.
You got to think they should be taking some shots for the end zone soon.
Now 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here we go.
35-yard line.
50 red. Ready.
Lance back to throw.
They'll roll him out right.
That one complete to McCarthy.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 17-yard line.
All right, let's just put it on the table real quick here. This is 2-minute drill. You got to know they're looking for their number 1 receiver.
Yeah, you think they'd be ready for that? That time they weren't.
Here's 1st down.
Ready.
A run. Here's Hampton.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
25 seconds remain. Here's 2nd down.
10 black.
Here's Lance. They'll find Najee Harris. And the Chargers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
All right, they've picked up yardage, but they've got to get up to the line of scrimmage and spike it. They've got 1 timeout left. Want to save it.
Here's 1st and goal.
Flag blue. Here we go. Set. Black 40. Set. Go.
Now Lance.
Back in the end zone. Can he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Defensively now, 1 more play to stop. What are they looking for?
You want to take away their number 1 running option that you've scouted and take away their number 1 receiver and see if someone else can beat you.
Ready.
One final try now for Lance.
Flush to his right. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League. But fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. I'd like to be those defensive coaches, though. That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan. They all